This is Painting on Glass, the Marcus Social podcast in English language. Listen to the stories and reflections of a singer-songwriter and author. Hold on, take me back. Hold on and take me back. It's like painting on glass. Leave a note on your door. Tell me what you're looking for. It's like painting on glass. This is episode 42, The Magic of an Acoustic Guitar and a Piano.
Leave another sign for me to find behind, so I might be able to find you. Show it with a trace of a smile and a love. This might be something to show me.
First of all, thank you for your patience, because the production of this episode, well, it took a little longer. And that is because I caught myself a severe cold 2 weeks ago. Oh, Lord. But now I'm fine again. You still might hear a little crackle in my voice. But we don't mind, don't we? And there's one more thing I'd really love to tell before we're about to start this episode. We climbed up to 2.7K streams and downloads. Oh, Lord, that's a lot for an almost unknown singer-songwriter most of you just know by listening to this podcast. I shall be a happy man. Thank you so much. And you know, I really am.
I can see it in the mirror, just to look at me right now. In so many ways I wonder, and I do still try somehow. I've been down that road before. I've been down that road before.
Today's show will be about the two instruments you just heard, the acoustic guitar and the piano. Both are instruments that work all alone and for themselves. You can play classical guitar and there's nothing you would miss, of course. And you can also play the piano and everything is fine, right? But in the field of songwriting, both have an enormous power when recorded together to accompany a song and a voice. Why is that? Let's take a closer look at it in the minutes to follow. Come on.
I've been down that road before. I've been down that road before.
When you're a songwriter and you want to express yourself, you surely have to look for an instrument that suits you well. You have to feel the need to touch and to practice, to write all the stuff that crosses your mind. And in case you're able to play the guitar or the piano, you're right inside songwriter's heaven. Let me put it that way, and you know what I mean. Both are instruments that'll work for you, and you're able to do almost anything. With both of them, you really are. I've been traveling on stages for around 32 years, and most of the time, all I had with me was a 12-string acoustic that would help me do the job I was invited for. It really did. Only sometimes, on bigger occasions, inside hotels, there was a grand piano available. In this case, I also used that, of course. But there's something in the thin and light sounds of a picked acoustic, and in the heavy strumming of the same instrument that accompanies the singer's voice in an almost ideal way, you know? It lifts the voice of the one performing, and that makes it one of the most beloved and used instruments in rock and pop.
There's a question for an answer. There's a life for all that start. There is someone just to guide you, no matter where you are. I've been down that road before. I've been down that road before.
The piano, on the other hand, has got all the musical range needed on its keys. You can do almost anything on stage if there is a piano available. But the moment you mix both instruments, a magic appears. This is one I've always loved from the days I began recording or playing with my friends. Whenever a piano mingled in to the sound of my guitar, it offered a certain warmth and depth to the whole sound, which I love so much. Lord, I do. Put your voice right above it, and you have the perfect songwriter sound for your tune. And this is one of the everyday wonders you can experience on an occasion, and I have remembered that when recording this very song, which is called I've Been Down That Road Before, and which is taken from my current album, Framed.
I've been down that road before. I've been down that road before.
We could be talking about both instruments the whole night, I guess. And as a musician, you'll talk about them for a lifetime, that's for sure. And many a time I have been asked which of both instruments I prefer or I would suggest when beginning to start out an own career. Truth is that no one can tell. Just sit down and take your time. Try the guitar, the piano, or any other instrument you're fascinated by. It doesn't matter. All that really matters is that little voice inside your heart that'll tell you this one's right. And that's for you.
I can see it in the mirror, just to look at me right now. In so many ways I wonder, and I do still try somehow. I've been down that road before. I've been down that road before. I'm still longing for a reason. I'm still trying just to see, with a splendid blue above me, and what's left is being free. I've been down that road before. I've been down that road before. I've been down that road before. I've been down that road before.
Well, now, once again, I've been so grateful that I had a chance to be the host right here inside this podcast while painting musical things on glass to look through differently. I published the song I've Been Down That Road Before on many of the major music outlets on the internet. Just have a look yourself on your favorite spot. You can also find me on Facebook and Instagram under the name @MarkusSussel_Official. Just have a look, and I'll be glad to share the space with a lot of new followers. If you enjoyed this episode, please leave a rating or review. It'll surely help others to find it.
Let the sun shine on through. It's all you need to do when painting on glass. Lay down what you hope to find all the things you left behind. That's painting on God.
We'll meet here in a few episodes to come, if you want to. Oh, that's great. That's wonderful.